Just looks like I'm such a nerd.
Is it wrong?
No. Not at all. Okay, let me, Oh no, I stood up.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made.
At least you don't have to be in screenshot mode.
That's true. I don't.
Well, there we go.
I'll take my hat off while we're on the show.
I think it's funny that I have to stand up to sit back down.
Well, you gotta pull that giant book out of your pocket.
Yeah. Okay. What I was going to do is tweet. That's what I was going to do.
I think you meant you were going to X.
Nope.
Explain that we're live.
I like it. Now everything you say, you're just on there. You're just explaining.
Yep. Or exclaiming.
Oh, Raymond and Callia went to Gamescom and took pictures with the giant statue.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And they posted all their photos on Insta. It was cool. That's how I first saw the statue, and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, that one that he has of him with the statue behind him is rad. I just saw it on Twitter. Tree show is live.
Still haven't taught the book how to not shed pages everywhere.
Where did that come from again? Was that a Crown Store thing, or is that like a pre-order thing? Okay.
I got it through Seals of Endeavor.
Okay.
The little book guy?
Yeah.
Me too.
I couldn't remember if that was one of the pre-order bonuses.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't get
you get a watcher for that.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. I didn't pre-order anyway. So I didn't get that.
Which is why I got the book instead. Because I could get it with Endeavor.
Boom. Tweet. Sent.
Woo!
So now people can excommunicate with us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Did you see that I actually checked our email and that we had Spotify responses?
No, I did not.
Mm.
I did not. I did not. I did not. How many did we get?
What happened?
I checked our email because it said we had Spotify responses to the episodes. And they're copied and pasted in the bottom of our show notes under the guild announcements.
Okay, we'll get there when we get to announcements. All right.
I don't see those.
What do you not see?
No, I was looking in the email. I didn't see the email.
Oh, I think I actually deleted them after I did that. I published them to our feed. Because you can, like, leave them private, or you can publish them.
Gotcha.
So I actually, like, published them. So if you go on our Spotify, it shows under the 2 episodes that were commented on, which one was Tales of a Bard and one was the Bugs episode.
And the bugs. Ah, okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh!
Did you see where I monetized the podcast and we've made $27,000?
I didn't see that.
That's because it didn't happen. Cool story, though, wasn't it?
Good try.
It was a very tall Khajiit story.
Way to go.
I would know what to do.
Who's paying the taxes on that?
Well, who's ever seeing the money, so apparently never.
Yeah, apparently never. Never. Just make sure you set aside the 10%, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is it 10% in your state, too? Oh, it's federal. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of state income tax, which we don't have.
Nope. All right. Ready whenever you all are, because it's midnight, and I'm tired.
Tar.
It's only 11:02.
Tard.
It's true.
That doesn't make much difference on
Oh,
it.
come on,
Yep.
kid. Lay down. Hold on. My kid waking up.
It's okay, we can wait. So if you noticed, I changed the window.
Does it go from the window to the wall?
The window is technically in the wall,
I
and
know.
the walls are technically branches, and it's all woven. Like, that is like thatch. This is basically like a thatch thing, because that's all like in between all of the woven branches and stuff. It's all like leaves and brush and things put in there. That's how that looks. That has to be what that is. Or otherwise, it's a lot of like little things, and that's kind of ugh. I love this. This is great. I could never IRL live in a snug pod because what's that word? Bugs.
Because it's dirty?
Bugs. I can't do bugs. I can't do bugs in my living space. I'd be busy killing them all the time.
It's crazy gonna hang out on the mushroom all night.
Yeah, I told her she could. That's why I'm sitting on this side, so that way I can angle it so I have all three of us.
Cool beans.
You're a little crackly to me, Gwen, but I don't know if it's me or you.
I think it's just my voice.
Mm.
Sometimes my voice is just crackly.
Well, it sounded like popping, like it was like popping.
Oh. I don't know then.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'm not hearing it now, so I won't worry about it. I didn't check stream. Hold on one second. Can you both talk for me?
I could say words. Words like this. Or words like
Words
this.
are the words.
And then-
Words are the words.
Have you heard that the bird is the word?
No. Words are the words. Birds are not the words.
Oh, birds
The
are
bird,
birds.
bird. The bird is the word.
No.
Apparently birds are birds and words are words.
Yes.
Makes sense. I mean, I never understood why a bird would be a word, but if you put
Okay.
wings on a word, would it then be a bird?
I think it's good.
Ask our little book friend flying above my head.
Ready whenever you all are.
Okay. Gwen, are you ready as well?
I'm ready.
Okay. Hello, hello, hello. That is 3 hellos because there are 3 of us in the Snug Pod tonight. Welcome to A Snugpod Cast. I'm Never Separate, and I am not alone. Back with us this week, we have one crazy lady. Gone crazy back soon. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to be back in the Snug Pod. And I'm sitting on top of a mushroom reading a book. So, extra happy, I guess.
Yeah, this show ought to be extra good because it's filled with fun guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just had to be the fun guy in the room, didn't you?
I did. And also have with us Gwen the Bard. Gwen the Bard,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm good.
Gwen thought that the Snug Pod was a little boring, so she's the one that added the fun guys.
I don't know. I was just feeling mushrooms. It felt like Okay, so I don't know how it is where you guys are, but where I am, we get a lot of like the red and orange mushrooms in the late fall, and I was feeling November already. So here we are.
So can you just like break off a piece of the mushroom and throw it in that cauldron and cook it, like with your soup or something?
If we could harvest mushrooms from the mushrooms we grow in our houses is a thing in ESO, that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
That would be super cool.
they totally could add the ability to have growable things like that. That would be kind of cool.
Oh man, I would love it if we could have like garden boxes.
It would have
And
to
you
be
could,
like a
like-
master thing.
Like an
you'd have
alchemy,
to
yeah,
unlock.
like a master alchemy box or something. That would be cool.
Like do so many, have a master alchemy unlocked, and then do so many alchemy master writs for it to count. Like complete a certain number of alchemy master writs.
That would be amazing.
Very, very cool idea. Well, let's dive in. Gwen, what have you been up to?
Oh my god, what have I now been up to?
You have been baking me a cake.
You've been busy.
No, I have not been baking. Someone else in my house has been baking and learning that I do not keep a very well-stocked kitchen because I don't bake myself. Oh, those poor woes, that's an entirely different story. No. Let's talk about the crazy concoction I've been trying to brew. And by trying to brew, I've been trying to put together an RP for Extra Life. Because Tabletop Weekend, I don't know, was that just this past weekend or the weekend before? But it wasn't that long ago.
I think it was 2 weekends ago, technically.
Yeah. And it wasn't that long ago. And we initially wanted to do this for Tabletop Weekend, but we didn't talk about it or announce it or anything because things got really tight there with time and stuff and IRL, and so we just put it off. But I am going to be doing my Extra Life stream a little early this year. And so we're going to be doing a Elder Scrolls Online themed RP. And it's specifically Elder Scrolls Online themed because it takes place during the Second Era. We're going to be the adventurers who are going to be running through this are going to be trying to figure out what happened to the children of Tamriel during the Second Era. Because, if you've been running around, I don't know about you, but I noticed there's not a lot of short people running around. Not a lot of them. There's the Bosmer, but they don't get much shorter than that. And if you've played any of the other games, they're kind of annoying. They're there. They're there. So I have put together a scenario for some of our wonderful Elder Hero team members are going to be running through it. So Toasted Peanut, Shantyman Gaming, Lotus of Dune, and Crown Esso are all going to team up along with Isabel and try to figure out what happened to the kids. So I'm going to be running through an adventure next weekend, and that will be from starting at 3 p.m. EST. It'll be fun. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now in game that makes prizes and stuff weird. And we'll get to that later, but there will be prizes. And so I have that all figured out and devised, and that will be fun. But it's mostly just for fun. It's for the kids. It's cool. Otherwise, in game, I have been doming running in the desert over in Alakir, trying to level all of my other servers to level 50, because I'm only above level 50 on PlayStation NA and PC NA, and that is not all of them. And then I've been just running. Yeah.
I was going to say, I noticed someone added the Xbox role to their stuff in the Discord. I'm not going to say who, but...
Chuck Lee might have been doing some more portal hopping.
I think you may have won. I think you and Caddy now are the only two who have managed to hit all platforms.
Too much.
Chuck Lee might have been to some portal hopping, so we'll get to that later, but that's why I'm able to do prizes on all platforms regardless of the horrible news we received. Anyway, I've also been rerunning through the Elsewhere storyline just because I really like the Elsewhere storyline. I don't know. That's just kind of one of my favorite storylines. I really like it, so I've been running through it again. Never, what have you been up to?
Not a ton. Last time we talked was the introduction of my Arcanist, and when we got finished on the show, you shared the wonders of being a vampire with me.
I did. Yep.
So I now have a Vamp Kitty Arcanist, and before we got on tonight, I went and picked up the Undaunted skill line, and just trying to have as many of those skills available to level all at once, just so if the day comes that I get this character up to CP, then I will have as much of that stuff as possible, just kind of ready to go. And I'm going to be trying to mix and match different skills from different weapon lines, and just so kind of ready to go full speed when I get there. But I haven't actually spent much time in game this week outside of just kind of getting on and get login stuff. Been a little bit busy, and I've been doing some other things here and there as well. So, what about you, Crazy?
Ritz, sleeping while doing Ritz. Yeah. Yeah. I have still been on the work schedule from Oblivion, and not having a whole lot of additional time to game and whatnot. But I did get some time the other day to go into Cyrodiil solo. I was trying to get to tier 1 rewards before the campaign flipped, because I really wanted 50 transmutes. And I went in, repaired a bunch of keeps, got into some defense like skirmishes, and we ended up getting the defense ticks for those, so that was really nice. And then I had to log off and never got to log back on the last day and finish the tier.
I didn't get to log back on.
No, I didn't, and I ended up missing the tier 1 rewards that I had worked towards. Swamp womp. It's okay. It was what it was. But I was really hoping to get 50 transmutes. That would have been nice. Especially because I was just doing it right towards the end of the campaign. Like, I think it was, it might have been Booch who posted in the Discord, like, don't forget, get your tier 1 rewards. That's 50 transmutes on each character that you get, or whatever, to that tier 1. So I was like, oh, I can do that pretty quick, I bet, if I go into a populated server, which I was right. I just didn't get to finish.
Another fancy way you can get 50 transmutes pretty quickly?
What?
Playing Tales of Tribute.
Oh, yeah, I know, but that would require me actually playing that. Actually sitting down and learning. I need to do that, too. Too many things. Not enough time. Too many things, not enough time.
You need to work on that Psijic skill line. Anyway.
I know. I will say I did do one other thing that I am maybe feeling slightly ashamed for saying. I re-downloaded New World.
Okay,
which has nothing to do with ESO. Just because I saw the update that was coming, and I was curious, because they're going to be getting mounts, and it looks kind of like this very, like, druidic, I don't know, sort of update that they're going to be getting. And I thought, well, it's been a year. I wonder how different that game is. Boy, let me tell you. Very, very different. I logged on. I got onto a new server, started a brand new character, and it's basically now almost like ESO in a lot of ways. Like, there's a main quest line, which was virtually non-existent before. There's markers that show you where everything is. The leveling is like 3 times as fast. Like, I played for about 2 hours the other night, and I'm already at level 12. Which, the comparison that I use is the first time that I played at launch, it took me 2 days of playing for a significant amount of hours to get to the very first town. I played yesterday, and it took me 2 hours. instead of 2 days. So, like, they have made a lot of quality of life updates to that game. And I mostly just... Yeah, I popped it open because there were a few other people in another server that I'm in that were like, you know, it looks good. Like, we've played it before. Let's give it a go, you know, just to kind of see. And I thought, okay, well, I'll use it as an off game again. Like, I did it once before. It's not my main game, but it's like a fun game to jump into and do different things. And to be honest, like, the sound design and the visuals in that game are really, really great. So it's kind of nice to have something that's, you know, an off game from this if I ever want to. But yeah, I can't believe I literally am standing here almost beside myself. Like, I can't believe that I re-downloaded and updated that game. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of ESO in a lot of ways now. So we'll see. They're getting mounts soon, so I don't know.
That sounds cool. ESO completely changed when I started using a mount.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know how long I'll stick with it, but for now, I'm having fun doing something else on the side, having just a little bit of a different, like, flavor of a different MMO, you know? But...
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I've been playing Minecraft. That's my MMO on the side. I've been on a multiplayer server with friends, so...
Yeah, so that's kind of the same thing with me. I'm like, okay, I have friends in 2 places, so I can, you know, play with both groups of people, which has been kind of nice.
Exactly.
Well, I wasn't going to say, but I've been dabbling in a little space game, so. And not the one that, you know, the whole world is going to stop and play, but.
It's No Man's Sky, isn't it?
It is.
It is No Man's Sky, yeah.
Not judging. Anyway. That's the one you should feel shame for, not New World, No Man's Sky.
Oh my. And that was when the Wood Elf and the Khajiit suddenly got into a fight, and I was glad that I was up here.
Exactly.
I feel no shame. No shame.
I love it. So yeah, that's about it for me. I'm hoping that I can do some more RP writing here soon. I haven't really had much chance to, but I want to do some more of the Necrom storyline. So
oh my gosh,
sit down and find time to do that.
Mad props on doing RP writing. I tried doing that finally, and
it ain't easy.
Oh gosh, I had two different Chrome browsers open, like one with the reading pages and the one with the typing the notes, and then the other one with the actual. Then I took the notes and turned the notes. I had all the bullet points and turned those, expanded on the bullet points to actually do writing. And the other one again. It's just like, oh my gosh.
Everybody makes fun of me for how many screens I have, but you know what they come in handy for?
Oh
research. Yeah.
Yep.
So, Gwen, I have to ask, what is this outfit that you're wearing?
It's the Sheogorath outfit.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought the bottom of it looked a little gestury.
Yeah, no, it's the Sheogorath costume. I don't want to get out of screenshot mode, but
you're good.
That's pretty much what it is. It's the Sheogorath costume, and then I did change the dyes, so I made the orange more orange. It's the Elsewhere Savior orange, and then the purple, I forget what the purple is, but it is a different purple. I didn't switch up the colors.
It looks like the purple that you almost get from doing the center of the simulacrum with, right? Is that right? Simulacrum? Where is it? Where Molag Bal is in...
No, I don't think I have that one. Because I did that on... I know I've done that, but I've done it on...
Probably on PC, right? With us?
No, I did it on a character that I deleted before everything was cross-save.
Bummer, dude.
So. Yeah, that was back when I was still using Sir Sweet rolls.
I love it.
Because I decided I was not a fan of my high elf sorcerer. He wasn't that fun. But yeah. Goodness. I think it's the crafting purple. But anyway, we actually have news. We have a ton of news tonight.
Yeah. The lull hath ended.
Yeah, this has been a eventful week.
Yep. The good news is, like, they're just kind of short articles. They're not like anything really, really heavy, you know. But
yeah,
but they're
should we start
still
with that giant article?
the giant one where you're surrendering your will.
Yes. Are you going to surrender your will to the giant article?
Yeah. To the massive article, I think is what it says. Yeah, so they ran an article, the most recent one, and it says, surrender your will to this massive Hermaeus Mora statue. There is a gigantic statue that was designed and built for Necrom, and it was done by the Polish community team, who I guess reached out to these artists to build this giant version of the statue that you have, Gwen, and that Lotus has, and that a bunch of people could buy on the store. It was just at Gamescom. Arcaneer has a picture with it. Raymond has a picture with it. There's a bunch of people who all took pictures with it, which was really, really cool.
Jealous.
I know. It was initially, I guess, crafted for the PyreCon or PyreCon Fantasy Fair, which is like a Polish fan convention. And yeah, this thing is wild. There's a YouTube video showing how they designed it and built it. It's made out of this like crazy foam, and then they sculpted it and cut it into pieces so that it can be transported, and they kind of like put it together like Lego blocks. It's really, really neat.
It was made out of insulation foam.
Yeah.
The type you would use for building houses.
Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, like, I guess, I don't know. If you're going to watch the video, you have to watch it with the closed captions, because it is definitely in Polish.
Unless you know Polish. In which case,
unless you know Polish, in which case, watch away. I also thought it was cool that they mentioned that it takes 2 months. It took them about 2 months to build it, like to design and sculpt it and all that stuff. Which actually, considering the size,
stuff, because there's wiring that. You can tell there's wiring in that. Not just because on the front you could definitely add those green lights, but for the inside, there's definitely inside wiring.
Yeah, his eyes light up. So cool. So cool. And I love that they put him to scale. Like, that was the other thing that was really, really neat. So they took it and then put him to this like huge scale to make it really feel like giant compared to a person. So I love that. Like, all the books and stuff are to scale too, which is really cool. So definitely head over to the Elder Scrolls website and check out the YouTube video that they posted there. It's either embedded in the article, or you can, I'm sure, just find it on the actual, like, ZeniMax Online or Bethesda YouTube channel. Pretty darn cool.
Neat. Well, you jumped out of order. That was the last. We're going to work our way back up or go back to the top?
Yeah, we're going to... Yeah, let's work our way back up. I don't know. Wait. Do we want to do the launcher one, or do we want to do update 40? We don't even have update 39 yet, do we?
No, update 39 comes out for console in 2 days. But the update 41, we can, well, let's cover both. So let's go a little out of order. Update 39 drops on consoles in 2 days. So by the time that this episode hits, it'll probably actually already be out for consoles. And that is our big bug fix update that we're getting. So there's a few combat adjustments, but nothing too, terribly out of left field or too terribly wild.
We get the stop signs.
Yeah, a couple things with staves. We get the stop signs.
Yeah, the little red circle with the line through it next to all the stuff that you don't need, you can't sell.
Yeah, the stuff that you can't sell.
It makes going through it so much easier, because then you aren't like scanning your eyes over it anymore. You're just like, oh, and this is the end of that. Okay, off we go. I
can't wait to just watch my inventory go and just watch everything suddenly have more space. Wow. I'm gonna be so excited.
With PC, I'm sure that wasn't that fancy of a thing, because there's add-ons and stuff that people use all the time to already take care of all of that and sort everything. But for us, that's going to be huge.
Yeah. I disappeared off the mushroom. Sorry. I thought I was moving enough.
So, speaking of those kind of quality of life changes, the one I want to see?
What?
Whether or not I know a recipe or a style at the top of the thing instead of at the bottom of the thing.
You do. It does say unknown. If you're scrolling through stuff, next to it, it will say, if you don't know it, it will say unknown in parentheses.
Well,
Yep.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
For everything?
Mm-hmm.
500%. Anything craftable.
Yep.
So any of the food, drink recipes,
Yep.
any of that stuff. Really? Huh.
It's smaller print, so it's easy to miss, but it is always next to the name in parentheses and unknown, and it says unknown if you don't know it.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
or it'll say not collected for armor.
Right. I just know a lot of the little, like I have all these duplicate recipes, and I always have to find myself scrolling down to the bottom to see if I know it or not. Huh.
It'll say unknown in parentheses next to the name.
Well, all right then. I just ignore that I said that, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
You're fine. It's all good. All good. All good. So speaking of other quality of life things, once we get that update, the next thing that's happening is update 40. We don't know anything about it yet, but we will on the 14th. So if you go to the Twitch channel for Bethesda, they are going to talk about the base game additions that are coming soon in update 40. So Never, we know you're super excited because that's the crafting station stuff as well.
Wait, you say update 40?
Yeah, update 40.
Right. Sorry, I was looking at something else.
No, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so update 40 is going to be... sorry, I just saw your message there. Update 40 is going to be on their live stream on the 14th at 3 p.m. And then it's going to have Gina and Rich Lambert and Mike Finnegan there because they're going to talk about the Endless Archive dungeon. So that's the new two-person Endless Dungeon. It's pretty exciting. Mm-hmm.
My brain just keeps going to Blades, where you just keep going and going and going until you die, except I feel like this is going to be like Sijic themed.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Because it's called Endless Archive.
Yeah.
So it's like either Sijic or Hermaeus, or like something in Hermaeus Mora's realm. But because of the one video we initially saw for it when they were talking about it, it seemed very Somerset-y, so I'm feeling Sijic vibes here.
Yeah, because I mean, that's kind of how the new trial is. It's got some Somerset vibes to it a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, and you'll also, if you watch the actual stream, you'll be able to earn the new Tentacular Tome, which is going to be a new emote.
So it's going to be Tentacular!
Mm-hmm. So, as September 14th gets closer, there's going to be additional live stream information, additional recap shows from other people on the ESO Global Community team. But for right now, getting a first look at all of that stuff will be on the 14th at 3 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
So, Endless Archive it is.
And while we're here, we might as well talk about the launcher, which that's for PC, so it doesn't mean much to us, but for us it might mean something. Whatever, it's just a launcher, I click it, I go to the game. But
right.
But for our PC friends who listen, it's probably important.
Yeah. They've been working on it over the past few months. They've been doing some patching things and whatnot, so hopefully with the new launcher it will patch and install ESO a little faster. It's hopefully going to eliminate some of the other issues, so like things that would need to be repaired during patching. The window can now be changed, so the size of the window can change, the text size can change. It's also now going to support gamepad navigation, which that's pretty cool. And then it's also going to check your launcher for outdated files, and it will remove them. So it's basically trying to eliminate, I think, a lot of the bloat that you get from launchers over time. It's also going to give you a better idea of if you have a problem with the launcher itself and there's any sort of a patching or internal issue, it'll give you a better set of error messages as well. And you can also see the visual changes, I guess, while it's patching or doing things on the bar. So it's going to show you like your network speed and the progress and disk speed and, you know, different things like that that people might want to know while they're patching stuff on their system. They also have a new accessibility settings menu, which is going to be accessed in a different way, I guess. It's going to be through the cog on the settings menu. They didn't really go into what that means, but yeah. Right now, you could technically use it. You could use the launcher beta, but I haven't tried it. I didn't want to mess with anything. Mine says that I'm eligible to do it. I've just not done it. There is one thing to note. It says that anything from the Epic Game Store, they can't update your launcher right now. So there's going to be more information regarding that in the future. But right now, this beta update for that launcher is not going to affect Epic Games.
Because there's always an odd man out.
Right now there's going to be a beta period, but then after that everybody will need to update their launcher in order to be able to log into the game. It's going to occur automatically though. So yeah, so basically you can either do it beforehand during the beta, or you can go ahead and just wait and it will auto do it, is what it looks like.
Nice.
So there you go.
So what you're saying is, if you got a problem, this launcher will solve it?
Yes. Maybe.
It will launcher your problems away. It's fine.
Yep.
So, it's September.
Say that you remember dancing in September?
No, I was going to say you remember that we have the daily login rewards.
Do you remember the 21st night of September?
Oh my god.
Do you remember
Isn't
the
that
5th
supposed
of
to be like
November?
the fall, like the official first day of fall or something?
I don't know. Thank Earth, Wind, and Fire. Who knows? Who knows at this point? Yeah.
So there's some crazy daily login rewards, and one of them I think is kind of interesting.
Yeah, one's a little weird to me. I don't think I would wear it, if that's the one you're talking about.
It is exactly what I'm talking about, because while exploring the dark depths of Blackreach, you wouldn't want to meet a chorus in the wild, but their eggs do appear to make for exceptionally fetching earrings. I don't want to wear eggshells as earrings. I know that is a thing that is actual, like, old school jewelry used to be made out of.
Mm-hmm.
That is historically how that works. Not a fan.
But it does say, we are reliably informed that the eggs are miniature replicas and pose no danger of hatching.
Yeah, that would be my concern.
Well, I hope they're
don't
miniature
want one.
replicas, because I've seen those eggs in the wild, and they're pretty big.
Yeah, I would not want one of those things hatching in my ear.
Oh my gosh, that would turn into alien. It would be great.
We all remember what happened to that one couple that had a Chaurus in their basement in Skyrim.
Oh yeah.
Or was that Oblivion? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Whatever Elder Scrolls game that was.
I just know how that would work, and I don't remember it, but I know how that would work.
It was pretty
But anyway,
terrifying.
If you're not a fan of jewelry, you can, on day 14, you can get 2 crown crates. Or on day 7, you can get 25,000 gold, which gold is always good. Everyone can always use a bit of extra gold.
Yeah, 25,000 for day 7's pretty decent too.
Mm-hmm.
You only have to log in 7 days out of the month, and you just get 25 grand to go into your coffers.
Or use to upgrade your coffers.
That too.
The Akaviri crates, too, are pretty good ones. Like, those have some pretty cool stuff in them, so... they're back from 2020.
So...
None of us remember that year.
I remember the Akaviri crates because I got some mounts and a bunch of stuff out of them.
I think I got a little, like, soldier-looking polar bear out of one of them.
Yeah, I have the Guar that's like the Akaviri Guar that's got like the Roman helmet. Pretty fun.
I wonder what the odds are of people getting anything from the 2 logins, from the ones from the login.
Usually it's pretty good. Usually you get at least one good thing out of them. Whether that be like a style or anything else.
I want one of the fancy mounts. Or you can just turn everything into crown gems. I want one of those fancy mounts, but I ain't gonna get one. That's okay. I'm good with my hippogriff mounts, or what do they call it? Quasigriff, not hippogriff.
Quasigriff. Yep. It's
Wrong franchise.
It's only quasi close to a hippogriff. It's missing the wings.
Wings.
Someone laugh at my joke, please. Right.
Sorry, it was processing. It's just I'm very tired, and also someone pinged me in something right at that moment, so I was like, "What is happening right now?"
Yeah, I'm fighting yawns as well.
Talking about crown crates, that's a good way to move on to our crown store showcase. September
Let's
crown
do
store
it.
Showcase, reactions real time. Let's go.
Yeah.
So now everyone, if you are part of ESO Plus, you get a mini Mora statue to go in your houses. So we will have a mini Mora statue in the Snugpod.
Wow, we could have segued from that into this too. Man.
I know, it's almost like I planned how I was introducing these things in a certain order or something.
Wow.
That's an ugly statue.
I love it.
I mean, it's cool, but it's ugly.
No, it's amazing.
It's spectacular.
I want all the versions, but I didn't buy the version that was the big one, unfortunately.
It's spectacular.
You mean in the Crown Store one? Yeah, no. I don't know what I'd even do with that. Like, I'd have to have it clip in the wall and just have some books flying around. But at that point, do I want to spend that much money on, like, just some books flying around when I can find other books for flying around for, like, less? It's just, I don't know what I'd do with that.
It's so cool. It's okay. We can go to Lotus's house. He has
one.
I
was gonna say if we pop over to Lotus's after the show, we'll probably be right in there somewhere.
Oh, it does. He has it. He has his full shrine ready to go.
Of course he does. And then we get the Amaranthian Pocket Watcher.
Okay, so there's a little bit of controversy over this one, which I never saw the outcome, but clearly I see it here because it says pet. On Twitter, there was a typo at one point in the article or in something that someone posted, and it said Pocket Watcher pet will be available, or it said like this mount will be available. Yeah. So people were like, "Oh my god, a mount! Wow! Ah!"
No,
everybody was going nuts.
Okay.
People thought we were getting a watcher mount?
No, because it's no on 2 counts. Count 1, that would technically count as a flying mount. And count 2, which is should be the first indicator of it was a typo, is it still called a pocket watcher?
Correct. I was with you. I knew it wasn't a mount. I knew that it was a pet because it literally said pet above it. But there were some people who didn't fully read and they were very excited.
I don't even know how that would work flying around.
It would
probably look ridiculous.
It would definitely look
I'm
ridiculous.
just trying to imagine you sitting on its back.
Apparently, given their color and origin, it is suspected that Sheogorath holds some sway over them. So riding on one of them would definitely be up Sheogorath's avenue.
There's been an awful lot of Sheogorath things in the store lately.
He's a fan favorite. Everyone loves Uncle Sheo. Come on.
I mean, I agree. But, like, are we telegraphing anything here?
Some days I wonder.
Shivering Isles has been, like, a big pull. Like, people are like, let's go to the Shivering Isles. It would be easy. It's a whole other Daedric realm.
It is a whole other Daedric realm. It's very close to Morrowind. It has a lot of sway over. We'll put that on our wall of crazy next year, potentially getting Hermaeus Mora getting help from Sheogorath.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our motion.
Okay.
Plan Dreamweaver. Dream Carver.
I was like,
yes.
Dreamweaver.
You started it. Okay.
Dream on.
Those are cool.
The Dream Carvers delight in turning our own fears against us. It's only fair to turn their weapons against them.
They have scary teeth.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool looking armor set.
They give off Metamarco vibes.
Yeah. They are scurry.
And then we also get Order of the Hour style is back. So if you want a staff that has an hourglass on it and bat wings. Yeah.
An hourglass
and looking stuff.
An hourglass and bat wings.
Listen, it's one of my favorite staff styles. That's how I know this.
This is true.
It was mine for the longest time until I actually we started getting what is it called? The style pages.
Yes.
Yep, I used that forever until we started getting style pages. And then we have Nocturnal's Bow of Shadows.
That one's cool because it's like right out of Skyrim, right?
It is. Yeah, that's totally what they have.
Sorry, I'm looking up the summoning day of Sheogorath to see if anything coincides. That's why I'm sounding a tad distracted right now.
No, you should look up Nocturnal Summoning Day because that's the weapon of the month. I mean, we know Nocturnal Summoning Day is coming up.
That is actually probably true.
That seems to be the pattern.
Let's see. Mora was the last summoning day. Periite is the 9th of Rain's Hand. Festival of Blades. Flower Day. Jester's Festival. Mid-year. Okay, we're past that. Merchants, Sunrest. Harvest. Are we in Hearthfire? 3rd of Hearthfire is the summoning day for Nocturnal.
Called it. Happy Nocturnal Summoning Day, everyone.
Yeah, because today's the 4th.
Well, to me, it's still the 3rd, so...
Well, that's true. There you go. Yeah, because it is Hearthfire right now. Hearthfire... I think? I need a calendar.
Yes. Too bad there isn't like a thing that just lets you change all of your computer settings to mimic the wording for the Elder Scrolls universe. So you can just like pull it up and go, oh, what's this?
That would be awesome.
That would make things so much easier.
When is Hearthfire? No, that is not what I want. I don't want the Elder Scrolls 5 Hearthfire. Forget it. Anyway, Nocturnal Summoning Day is happening. That's all.
Yep.
That's all.
And
so,
then there's...
first impression,
yes.
at a glance. What's the next one you see? Does it make you think of anything? Just glance at it. Don't stare at it.
Divine Dust Rangers?
Yes.
Moss?
No, just at a quick glance.
Moss?
Okay.
Are you looking at it and thinking it's Ninja Turtles?
Yes. Yes. My first thought when I saw that is, why does this look
Teenage Mutant Mossy Turtles?
Because Rangers are now Ninja Turtles. It is canon. All right.
Well, I mean, I'm looking
Vine
at the
Dust
picture.
Turtles.
I'm looking at the picture on my phone. It's small, and I just see the color, and the yellow chest looks like the front side of the turtle shells.
I'll give you that. So you're recommending this set for people who want to cosplay Ninja Turtles.
I'll give it to you.
I mean, at closer inspection, obviously, it doesn't quite look scaly or not scaly, reptilian. But that's why I said just glance at it. Just let the corner of your eye see the colors, and it's totally Ninja Turtle vibe going there. I'm not entirely convinced that the color scheme wasn't meant to be inspired by that. Anyway. But see, I didn't have to say it, and you knew where I was going, so you thought it too.
Oh, boy. Well, Vine Dusk Rangers, they are assassins that keep the peace for the High King of Valenwood. So if you want to get that set, it's going to be available September 7th to the 14th.
That is a bright color for an assassin.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but think about it. In Grahtwood, or like in the Valenwood, like, that is the colors of everything. And they look fuzzy. Right. It's like a ghillie suit for wood elves.
That's it. That's what I was thinking of. Yes, that's that act. Okay, that's what it looks like. There we go.
Ah, and they'd be wood elves, so they'd be good with a bow. So they're like snipers.
Well, yeah, the Vine Dusk Rangers are like, yeah, they are.
Just sniping people from the trees with their ghillie suits.
Mm-hmm.
We have a, wow, there is a
slime
lot of arms pack.
Yeah.
A lot of arms packs.
I think it's probably because Undaunted.
Undaunted?
Slime Claw, Tremor Scale, Krog Arms, Undaunted. Undaunted. We are
Undaunted. I didn't know if we were going to do it now or later.
Oh, he started it. All right. Belladress. That one looks ugly. Bloodspawn.
All of them look
Infernal
ugly.
Guardian.
Except for the Apocrypha one.
That is technically an arms pack, but is not an Undaunted thing.
It looks so cool.
It looks very Telvanni.
I really like the blue on it. Like the blue handles. It is pretty cool, but it's got like the weird, like, shell looking pieces as well, like you find in the Apocryphal realm.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, look at the bottom of the shield. The weird, like the tentacles
thing going on.
Yeah.
The candle, like, squid face.
That's super cool.
And that candle, like, what do you, like, which weapon is that?
The candlestick that is about to hit the
you over the head.
Snugpod.
Yeah. The candlestick that I'm going to throw at you from up here on top of this mushroom.
Just be aware that burnt hair smells bad, so if you want that smell lingering in a Snugpod, go for it.
Hit you with the candlestick, not the candle.
It can't smell worse than the moldy tree, like, that we're in.
It's not, doesn't smell bad. It's
I
fine.
didn't say yours smelled bad. I just mean, like, we're basically in a giant tree seed.
It's alive. Okay.
It is alive.
Fine. And there's incense.
Alive.
You see that incense burning?
And it smells like
sweet rolls.
Smells like sweet rolls in here. You've done a great job.
Thank you. Taking offense to that.
No. Your Snugpod smells just great.
I am a wonderful hostess.
You are. You are. You're even letting me sit up here.
Exactly.
Oh, if you wanna wear a really weird looking Sundas dress, kilt, I don't know. It's Hammerfell. It's a crown nobility, simple and traditional in cut, but rich and varied in material. So it's like this noble Hammerfell outfit. There's also the Treasure Hunter. That one's back. I like that outfit. It's pretty cool. It's one of the ones that has like a backpack, and it looks like you've got this like plate mail chest on. I wear it with no helm because the helm is a little weird to me. There's like no features on it. It's just...
I don't like bucket helms.
Yeah, it's just a bucket helm with a hood, which is what's weird about it. But it is a chunky costume, though. That's what I'll say. Like the plate mail chest is like very conquistador and kind of chunky.
It was one of the first ones we got that had a backpack, though, so that's kind of why it's a little bit of a fan favorite, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I think so, too. Eternity Tunic with Pants. That one's a Rothgar costume. It's Orsinium. What?
I just find it funny that it specifies with pants.
Oh.
Well, it could be a skirt.
Yeah.
No, but...
I mean, it's also called an eternity tunic. Maybe it goes on for eternity. Maybe no pants would be necessary, but they're wearing pants.
I think it refers to the pattern.
I know. Oh, goodness.
And then talking about more backpacks?
More backpacks!
This is the Dora costume, right?
No.
No, it's the Dungeon Explorer. Dungeon.
Backpack.
The
Loaded
dungeon.
up with lots of lockpicks and soul gems and other parts of corpses too.
New title for the episode. The dungeons.
Oh, gosh.
The dungeons and Ninja Turtles. Okay, carry on. Dungeon Explorer.
This costume is really fun. It dyes really well. And if you have the treasure hunter personality, the one that has like the torch, it's really fun to use this costume if you're role playing. Like really, really fun. I love that one. Gwen, there's wood elf clothes.
I know, I already have this one. I saw this in the preview and I'm like, oh, that looks great. And then I remembered, wait, I have this one. It looks different on girls and guys. The shoulders don't exist.
Yeah.
It's very disappointing.
Yeah. So they have the Tree Thane's Mosaic Jerkin, which this costume is one of the most like texturally elaborate ones, I feel like,
it's
that we get
pretty.
in the
There's
store.
There's a lot of beadwork. There's a lot of intricate beadwork.
Yeah, it's really cool. So, but it definitely looks different on male characters than female characters.
Yeah,
like,
it's one you want to preview. It is pretty, but it is one you want to preview.
For sure. And preview it on whichever, like, race or gender or whatever you want to do for your character, because it will change kind of how it looks, for sure. Last costumes that we have are the Ashlander pack. And they are the nomadic Ashlander tribes of Morrowind. So it has the Mabragash tribe and the armor of the Kagesh. Cool.
Ashlanders are awesome.
Yeah. It talks about event tickets. We know there's events coming. There's going to be the Undaunted Celebration and Secrets of the Telvanni at some point soon. Furniture-wise, there's music boxes. The High Isle Duel. This one is actually one of my favorite music boxes. I might pick it up. I did not pick it up last time. But I really, really like it. What do you think, speaking of Khajiit things, because you've been doing elsewhere, what do you think of this furnishing pack? Moon's Blessed Oasis.
It looks very Khajiit. It looks like the whole point of picking up the specific crown pack would be for that fountain. The fountain seems to be the fancy special thing, because all of the other things, like you can't get those exact statues, but you can get, there's a lot of very large Khajiit themed statues in the game you can get for gold. Same with, and then a lot of like the braziers and the plants and things you can either craft or get from vendors fairly cheaply. So it's, if you really want a nice, big, fancy, glowy Khajiit fountain, that would be the fancy item. But you could also mimic that, unless it does something else that we're not really seeing here.
True. Oops, wrong thing. Sorry, I got a little too carried away there. Stood up to try and keep myself from logging out and started playing a flute.
I'm just going to start randomly doing things like that in IRL, too. I'm sorry, I was going to cut your pizza, but just randomly pulled out a guitar and started playing guitar.
What, you didn't know that your pizza came with guitar?
To your belt.
Oh,
do what?
Yeah. You could be a real-life bard.
I've been practicing learning the ukulele, and like, yeah, there's if you get a small soprano one, you could like just attach it to your side, and it's not really in the way.
You could just call yourself the pizza bard.
It'd be great.
But you know what would really cook a pizza really well? The Calgrantide statue.
I wonder what that would taste like. Aeon fire on... no, I don't think... Would,
Frosty pizza?
Is that
lightning
OSHA
pizza?
legal?
What?
Is that OSHA legal?
I don't think so. I think you'd be taken in for health violations.
Well, I mean, there are those like brick oven pizza places, you know, and they use fire to cook their pizzas.
But they don't do Aeon fire.
No, but you know, who's checking that?
What does Safe Surf say on an Aeon flame?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah, you can get that giant Calgronteed statue that blows the different flame colors. It's got like a frost of lightning and then the green flame. It's a really cool statue.
And it's huge. It's huge.
It's freaking
like,
massive.
The first time this ended up in the Crown store, we were just like, what the heck is this?
Mm-hmm.
But now we know how big it is. And
yeah.
Update 39. Update 39. Update 39, you can preview furnishing.
Yeah, you can.
In your home.
So
preview
cool.
this in your home.
So cool.
Don't get it, but preview it.
You can preview it in some of the houses that are listed right here. Like High Hallow Hold, which is returning to the store.
You have to own the house if you're going to preview a thing in it.
Okay, well, if you want to buy one of these houses so that you can preview something in it, you can do that. The High Hallow Hold is the one that's in Gunfallen Bay. This is a great house. It's huge, first of all. Second of all, it has a really awesome little backyard that overlooks out into High Isle. I think it's got a great view. And it also is a great house if you were planning on doing like a tavern style home or like a inn or a bed and breakfast or even a guild house, I think.
It's right next to the Mages Guild and Fighters Guilds too.
Yep. It's really convenient as well as huge. I like that one a lot. If I had the crowns, I would probably consider purchasing it.
My one problem with this house is you can't jump over the side of the wall. You'd hit an invisible wall.
You cannot. Yeah. So even though you've got the view of everything, you can't actually just exit that way. So another popular one for people building their own custom homes because it's wide open is Hunter's Glade. That one's going to be back in the store as well.
This one is on my wish list. This house, since it came out, has been on my wish list, and eventually I'll get it because it's not only is it the like eternal sunset, you can be a werewolf all the time, and it's just a giant forest.
So cool.
And it also is a ruined tower. Because you're in the ruined tower, which you can turn into a nice tower, and then you just have a nice little tower, which I always kind of wanted as a house. But it's a very nice house that you can use.
Yeah.
So I was looking at that, and I was thinking that actually for the whole werewolf thing would be kind of cool to have, since my warden is a werewolf. But I got to thinking, if I'm going to have all these crafting tables and stuff, once those are released, they're in my primary. And it just got me thinking, do we know if those are going to work similar to how the storage chests work? And that you can put them in any house? Because that would be awesome.
We don't yet.
Because if they can set it up to work that way, where it's a collectible that works in any house you place it in, then people can set up multiple houses with crafting areas and switch between for their primaries for guild use anytime they want.
That would be cool.
Of course, I'd need to do the same thing with Mundus stones and stuff like that too. Anyway, that's a side note.
That would be cool. That's a wish list thing.
Yeah.
Jode's Embrace. That's a great house as well in Elsewhere. It's basically like a temple. It's a big place. It's really cool though. So that's also available in the ground store as well.
That's another one of those empty ones, right?
Jode's Embrace? No,
Yeah.
I don't believe
no.
so. It's no.
What's
It's
the one I'm
just
thinking of?
big.
It's an Elsewhere house, I believe, but it's just.
It's the one that you earn. You're thinking of. Oh, what's the one you earn from the main quest line?
No, it wasn't that. It was one you could buy. It didn't have any. There's an Elsewhere themed house. I think it was Elsewhere. That was just a blank slate, basically.
Moon
The only
Sugar
ones.
Meadow. You're talking about Moon Sugar Meadow.
Sugar Meadow.
There we go. That's the one. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.